order.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Belsley.
Here.
Blunier. Dobb.
Here.
Hare. Here. Herman. Here. Kaufman. Here. You have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There are no public hearings, unless Mr. Stein wants to say something. No special presentations. I'm going to assume that nobody wants to, in the audience, wants to pull a consent item. Could I have a motion from one of the trustees to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Second by Sam. Moved by Jeff. Any discussion? Call it, please.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman. Yes. Kaufman.
Yes.
I have one item today. I would like to appoint Mark Hanback to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mark is a recent Caterpillar retiree. He was responsible for all of Caterpillar's real estate and facility construction worldwide. He's also on the boards of the Heartland Water Resources Council and the Peoria Lake Basin Alliance. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second by
Herman.
Second by Randy. Okay. Any discussion? You call it, please.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
I want to give special thanks to Bill Schock, who served for a very long time on the Zoning Board of Appeals, did a super job. He's got other projects that are kind of taking up his time right now, but he will be missed. Village Clerk.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village Administrator.
I have a couple of things tonight, Your Honor. The first of which, I just wanted to make the board aware of a couple changes that the commissioners on the Business District Commission voted in for the facade grant program. We had discussed last year in the appropriations of having an additional $50,000 for a second round of grant work to be done. And since the first round that they did that began in January only had a few applications that got approved, they are looking to do a second round. They are expecting for applications to be released the middle of May, probably May 17th or 18th, I believe. And then they will be due the middle of June, and for a second round to be started, probably getting approvals to those people in July. And so that's one thing that they have looked to do. And the second is, in previous years, they had where you were not allowed to get reimbursed for digital signs, because that had been an ordinance that the village had on the books. And that ordinance got changed some time ago, and no one realized it, and it hadn't gotten changed in the program. So they want to make that change. The only thing they would like to do is they don't want to restrict digital signs from the downtown area. They don't really want to be part of that. So if someone wanted to put a digital sign in a business downtown, of course the village would allow it, but they wouldn't get reimbursed if they were on a facade grant. Their definition of downtown is Mosselman to First and Crestwood to Jackson. So basically that downtown corridor area. So. But that was just an FYI for the...
What was the decision on flashing signs? I know that the digital signs are now allowed, but what about the flashers?
Well, just like the ordinance, they're not allowed to flash or make noise, which I've never seen one that makes noise, but I guess we have to put that in there just in case somebody wants to try it. So,
any questions?
Is the $50,000 more you're asking? Or is that already in ordinance form for the business district?
They didn't use the $50,000 from last year, but this $50,000 that will be in the grant round for July will be the $50,000 in the upcoming fiscal year budget. So we'll just see how it goes. So I hope we'll have some better response from the public and see if we can actually get some more, applicants so that we can spend some of that money. And the second thing I have tonight, Your Honor, is I'm asking for approval for the budget. There's not been any changes since the preliminary one was introduced 2 weeks ago. So basically, it's the same as what I have shown you previously. And I would like to have a motion for that to get approved.
Move.
Who moved?
So moved.
Jeff moved, second by Sam. Any more discussion? Call it, please.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
That's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Corporate Counsel,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Public Works.
I have several items tonight, Your Honor. First, item A is resolution number 27-15, a resolution approving an easement with Ameren. This easement is along the old railroad right-of-way south of Idawood along the Southwood substation. With that, I'd like to ask for your approval.
So
So
moved.
moved. So moved.
Any discussion? Call it.
I'll second it. You were the first. You were
Oh,
moved.
okay, okay.
You want to be second?
No, I'll be the
fine.
moved, he'll be the second.
No, I said he's the
Oh,
second.
okay, all right.
I don't mind following Sam.
There we go.
He about choked on that, though, you notice that?
Let the minutes show that Jeff graciously.
Yeah.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Next is item B, resolution number 28-15. This is a resolution approving the assignment of an agreement. This is a transfer from ITV3 to Countrywide Broadband out of St. Louis. It was recently sold, so this is just a transfer of that franchise agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Second by Herman. Discussion? Call it, please.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
And lastly, in your packets is the Public Works recap for the month of February. That's all I have tonight, Your
Thanks.
Honor.
I noticed as I flipped the page, the chief of police was at the bottom of my page. I don't want to go out and find a ticket on my car. So, Chief, have you got anything?
You're safe there, Your Honor, and I have nothing tonight.
Are you sure?
Well, I'll call a mulligan later if I need to.
Planning and zoning.
One item tonight that actually will be on your agenda next time, but just informational-wise, we have Morton Collision that is located at the end of Detroit Court. They back up to the interstate. They have a building addition planned, and their building currently has 35% decorative masonry on the backside because at the time they built, the ordinance required 35%. Well, their addition now brings them under new rules, which say 50%, so they would have their old building going along at 35 and then stepping up unless they can get a waiver from you folks. So that will be at the next board meeting. We'll have that on the agenda.
Yeah, we really wanted to put this in, but just forgotten. It didn't get into the minutes. I don't know, stop me, Counselor, if I go too far, but I'd like to sort of get a sense that everybody's going to be okay with that next meeting, so.
Well, they
We
put
can-
one addition on already, and that was at the 35.
Yeah.
Then the rule changed. Now their second edition, it looked kind of foolish.
But it'll still be at the 35.
It's 35, so the line would be straight.
Straight, yeah.
And they can't add on anymore. I think that's
Yeah,
the max of the
We
lot.
can't vote on it tonight, but I wanted to give Roger some kind of a clue how we're going to go with this.
And I'll have a drawing
that
for you
okay?
Okay.
the next time that shows the elevation of where it is now and where the ordinance would require it without that waiver.
Super.
Thank you, that's all I have, Your Honor.
Trustee Belsley.
Nothing this evening.
Trustee Dobb.
I see I got a note here that the hydrant flushing is going to be starting on Sunday, April the 3rd, which is the Sunday after Easter. Weather permitting, let's hope weather's permitting, we don't have any snow or ice storms in. And they'll be flushing between 7:30 and 4, Monday through Friday, and 10 p.m. and 6:30 a.m. nightly except for weekends. Take about 3 weeks, and if
residents might notice some drop in pressure in those areas, but if there's any problems, call the utility office.
Thank you. Anything else?
No,
Trustee Hare?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Herman?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Kaufman?
Just a couple items. It's time for the spring yard waste program again, which we mentioned before is starts Saturday, April 9th through Sunday, April 24th, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. So 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., April 9th through April 24th at the sewer plant on 4th Street. And the same rules and regulations, and we hope everybody can cooperate and make it so we can continue this free program. The only other thing I have, Your Honor, is I have already apologized to Mr. Spangler for taking his parking spot. I thought he was gone for the day when I stopped down there. Somebody asked if he was in the building. I says, no, he's gone, so I did apologize.
That's a record show. This is a polite group, you'll do.
Yeah, right.
Could I have a motion to,
So moved.
second by Tom? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone want to apologize about that? Okay, we're through.